Okay, Jason Goes to Hell, Fallen, or Shocker.
Oh, Jason Goes to Hell, but they're all the same.
Fallen is the best one.
I like all three.
Fallen is the best.
I've still never seen it.
Well,
I've seen the ones that have come before.
Yeah. Oh, well, hey guys, this is your favorite final girl and boy, Emily and Nick, with your favorite final baby, Mike, coming at you with a new episode of Gag Me with a Knife, a weekly podcast where we dissect, disembowel, and shred the best and worst slasher movies. This is our fan request episode for September.
With 1989's Two in the Pink, One in the Stink. Also known as Ride the Lightning.
It's Shocker.
Shocker.
That was good, Nick. You quick-witted son of a gun.
Oh, God.
What?
Shoot you with the shotgun. Bop, 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 bop.
He's
This
rapping.
is for Dennis. So
Dennis. Denny.
Gracias.
I'm going to read the box. Master of Horror Wes Craven directs this exciting visual treat, which introduces a diabolical mass murderer who harnesses electricity for unimagined killing powers. About to be electrocuted for a catalog of heinous crimes, which are actually very heinous.
Yeah, he's bad.
The unrepentant Horace Pinker, played by Mitch, how do you say his name? Pileggi, transforms into a terrifying energy source. Only young athlete Jonathan Parker, with an uncanny connection to Pinker through bizarre dreams and other things, can fight through the powerful demon. The two dive in and out of television programs, chasing each other from channel to channel through stunning scenes of disaster, game shows, and old reruns. A blend of dazzling special effects, jolting humor, and an electrifying soundtrack. Shocker is an ironic tale of terror and madness in the video age.
Yeah.
1989. What are your thoughts, Nick?
I've always liked this movie. It's not the best Wes Craven, but it's pretty good. I think it gets overlooked and everybody kind of shits on it, but I dig it.
I do think it gets overlooked, but I think
There's some plot holes.
There's enough plot holes is a nice way to put it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's called an understatement.
I like some of the effects too.
yeah, and there I will go into that. There's a little bit of like stuff in the trivia on some special effects that they thought they were going to be able to do, couldn't do, and that's the reason there are a few plot holes in this movie. But yeah, I like it, and I really love Richard Brooks. I've talked about this a lot. He's the assistant DA in the original Law and Order, and I love him. He plays a Rhino.
Hell of a clothesline.
And Horace Pinker is pretty terrifying. And I think that
he's a great villain.
I think that if this movie had been written a little bit better and made a little more sense, it could have been a franchise.
Like he kills whole families, has hundreds of cats slaughtered, hanging by their tails.
Yeah, he's good, but
Didn't he pretty much kill his family?
Well, he's killed.
I think so. Yeah,
we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
But anyway, get us going. I just think I thought it was okay. I thought it was. His answer. I mean, he wasn't done with Freddy, but I think he was trying to
do a new Freddy.
He's obsessed with dreams, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, some of it worked, a lot of it didn't. That's what I think.
It's a valiant effort, and it's original for what its time and what it is. He wanted to do some dream work outside of the Freddy.
But I mean, why? I don't really think it's necessary, but it's whatever. Anyway, go on.
Okay, so there's a man limping through the rubble. We see some lightning and skulls on TV. There's blood dripping from a knife. There's a lot of machinery. This guy's really talented with his hands. There are riots on TV. We see the same guy soldering.
Soldering?
Soldering. Like soldering iron. Like he's working with the machines. There's an A-bomb on TV. There's news of murders of entire families. It's the family slasher. There's Doreen working the concession stand. And you don't see Doreen again except at a funeral. But Jonathan's goofing with her. And then there's football practice. And he plays for the MSAC team. And he's making eyes at Allie, who's his girlfriend. And Rhino tackles and the coach starts yelling at him like, you got to stop fucking all night and get your head in the game. So the
got us some fucking all.
He does. He's like, you've been out all night with the ladies. And then he gets a touchdown.
8 fucking hours of solid fucking.
On the very next play, he
sex.
ends up having a really good showing. And he makes a touchdown, but Rhino says something, and he looks away and runs into the goalpost, which gives him a bad concussion. He's knocked woozy, and he falls over the Gatorade table. And then Pac-Man, played by Ted Raimi, comes over, and then Allison comes over. They're both checking on him, and you find out that it's serious with Allison. They've been dating.
I thought at first they weren't, and then they're like...
Well, at first he's like, do I know you? She's like, we've only been dating for 6 months. And she's like, I'm going to walk you home. But they're on the way, and he sees an old house, and he's like, oh, that's my old house. And there's a TV repair van on Pinker's TV repair van in front of it. Mm-hmm. And then he turns around and say something to Allison. She's not there. So he's like, I'm going to go into my old house.
Easy girl. Take your eyes off on some other dude's fucking him.
And he finds he's a foster kid.
Got your girl, John.
5 seconds.
Yeah, god damn.
He finds his brother Bobby laying on the ground dead, and he confronts the killer, Horace Pinker, and he jumps for him because his mom's like, do something, Jonathan! He's gonna kill us now!
He's killing me!
The mom's kind of being a bitch. But Jonathan takes a lunge at Horace and just jumps right through him. It's just a dream. He wakes up next to his girl, Allison. And right when he wakes up next to Allison...
wonder what the strange connection is there.
I don't know.
He gets a call from his dad, his foster dad, about the family. He's like...
I knew it.
Ooh, foster dad
He's like,
setting
the
something
dream
up
was
here.
real. Holy shit. So they go to the house, and the dad's like, don't go in there. And he doesn't.
I don't know why.
They're all dead.
It's stupid.
And Jonathan is wilding out on TV. He's like, he's like, yeah, getting violent with the reporter and shit. And then the funeral's on the news, okay? And it turns out the news is in this tavern, and right before Jonathan and his dad walk into the tavern, some lady's like, change the channel. So when they walk in, and that's not what's on the news. But Jonathan's telling his dad at this bar about the dream, and the dad gets pissed off, and he storms out of there, and Jonathan goes after him, and he's like, Dad, I know who the killer is, and the cops show up to Pinker's TV repair shop, and they end up breaking in with no warrant, even though the Sarge is like, we don't have a warrant. They go in anyway.
Oh.
And they're wandering through this TV workshop, and there's all kinds of TVs, and the Sarge is smoking a cigarette, and Horace Pinker grabs the cop and pulls him into like a hidden secret door. Mm-hmm. And Jonathan sees the cigarette still lit on the ground. He's like, Dad, come here. And then they see blood coming out from under the door, and they're like, call for backup. So Horace Pinker comes out the back dressed as the cop.
This all this is really brutal.
Yeah, he's a good killer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Got a pro on our hands.
Got a pro, bro.
So he kills 2 cops with a knife. And then Jonathan and the dad find the passage. They find Sarge. They see some dangling cats and a hand hanging from the ceiling.
Usual killer
They
shit.
found the murder. Like, it's like in 7.
Yeah.
They found the 7 layer.
The 7-layer burrito dip, bean dip.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Yeah. Put some
Really?
olives
That's
in there.
really cool.
So Jonathan and his dad get outside just in time to see Pinker driving off, and they find 2 more dead cops.
2 in the Pinker.
And Jonathan wants to chase him, but he's like, you're going home. He just killed 4 of my men.
He goes, but you're going home.
Go home, son. And there's the news again. There's lots of news in this show, I guess because it's about TV.
Yeah, there's a lot of... That's probably why.
And we see Horace Pinker in his motel room, and he finds out about Jonathan in the newspaper because Jonathan's been running his fucking mouth.
Like a little
Snitches
bitch.
get stitches, Jonathan. So Jonathan's doing pull-ups, and he sits in his massage chair while Allison's
Well, I thought
in the
that was
bath.
pretty, like, lame.
And he gives Allison a necklace for her
Shit's
birthday.
weak.
And I was like, weak, bro.
Yeah, this break, she gets the necklace, and then he leaves to go to...
Oh, yeah, she's like, I didn't think you would remember me.
He's late for practice, but Horace Pinker is there, and he attacks Allison.
Kills her.
Okay.
Murders her. Murders her.
While Jonathan's at football practice, the coach is like, "Come here, Jonathan."
Yeah.
He says actually, and he says come. He says come here, and he means like I want you to come on me, and then I'm gonna
come right here.
Come on my stomach, and then I'm gonna tell you about.
I'm gonna mix it with mine, and then we'll talk.
Come on, Eileen. But where on Eileen?
Let's see, and he took his eyes off his girl, and some other dude got his girl.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about cum every episode.
It's usually your cum, Mike.
Not this time. It's Jonathan's cum.
No, once I get rid of mine, I'm done with it.
What do you do with it?
I throw it away.
Yeah, he does it in the toilet. That's what he call it, your jizz?
The jackpot.
The jackpot,
yeah. It's the jackpot.
Do you come in the toilet?
I don't know how I remember that, but I do.
When you're about to bust it out, you like shuffle your naked ass.
I'm not sitting on the toilet. I stand in front of the toilet and jerk off.
You jack off in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, I'm not figuratively. He does it in the bathroom figuratively.
I've jacked off in a lot of places, dude.
Than eating cum to me.
Playgrounds, fucking.
You think that's weirder than eating your own cum? He thinks that's weirder than eating his own cum.
In front of the toilet? I'm laying in my bed.
Joking, man.
Also, you know what, Mike? I know this is hard for you to believe, but Nick doesn't have to jack off all the time because he fucks women and he probably comes on their body.
Yeah, I'm just make sure they don't make a baby out of it. And other than that, they can do whatever they want with it.
When's the last time you had sex?
It's been about a year, 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm not really interested.
It's only been
November 2019.
It's only been two. Okay, it's been about 2 weeks actually for me.
In 2020,
because there was a boner situation where it was like I hurt it went in wrong and we thought it might have been broken.
Okay, I want you guys to be honest.
But it's not broken. But the next boner hurt, so we're like take off for 2 weeks.
If you guys didn't know me, would you look at me and be like, "That's a hideous man"?
No.
So it's not my looks; it's my attitude.
No, I think it's probably how you come on to people.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't come on to people.
You told a girl that you would like to gouge your own eyes out, so that's the last picture that you would ever see of her.
Yeah, that's
so that's
like
probably those kind of things.
Yeah, that didn't
Passing
work.
over Frankenstein over here. Jesus.
That didn't work.
No, you sound like Ted Bundy.
High compliment. It's
what?
It's a biblical
if you
punishment.
said it, if you said it, I mean, you wouldn't say it to me, but I wouldn't take it seriously because I know it's you, but also I'm not going to take that seriously as someone hitting
girl, I find you so attractive. I would fuck you and then cut a hole in your side and fuck that too. They don't like that shit, Mike.
No, but
I mean, I might like that.
Back in the ancient Near East, they would kill your children and then put out your eyes. So that was the last thing you saw.
It's like a biblical. We both understood what it meant.
Yeah.
But he's like the Kurt of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, not reading a room at all for sure.
Yeah.
You need to read your audience.
The less you say, the better.
You know, that comment that you made, the thing, I want to fuck a hole, I cut you up. That might work with me, but it's not going to work with most.
But the gouging the eyes out is completely feasible.
You just need to read the girl.
It's not like you're gonna gouge her.
So you would gouge your eyes out, and
I don't know why you're
because she's so
arguing
pretty,
with
and
us.
then expect to be with her.
I don't know why you're arguing with us because you're the one that hasn't had sex since 2019. I had sex 2 weeks ago. The only reason I haven't had sex since then is because there was a broken penis maybe situation, and he hasn't had sex in a while, and I know why, and it's on purpose because there are crazy people in the world.
When's the last time you jacked off?
Like me?
Oh my god!
Fucking
not
today,
me.
dog.
Okay.
In
front of the toilet.
No, dude. As soon as I got here.
Yeah, he did. That's what he was doing in the bathroom.
I took a minute, dude. Yeah, man.
He saw my foot, and he was like,
God damn.
He hadn't seen a woman in a while.
Oh yeah,
she's showing a little ankle over here.
No, not that hard to die because that's not the movie we're covering, Mike.
Oh, okay.
We're doing Shocker, and also this isn't a dating advice. But he's sitting here trying to argue with us about what he said to her. That we don't understand what you said. We do understand it. We're just trying to give you advice, and we're the ones that have sex.
She said, "LOL."
Pickup lines aren't really good, man.
You don't need to argue your point.
I would never use pickup lines.
I thought it was fun.
I don't think pickup lines are good.
I thought the girl was a weirdo.
You know what the best pickup line is.
If you go
over to a girl's house and you want to use a pickup line to be like, hey, are we gonna fool around? Are we gonna fuck? That's.
I wouldn't even say that. I just let the lady be the driver, be a nice guy.
Yeah,
and,
but then they might not do anything because that may be afraid of being rejected. But so you might just be like, hey, I think you're hot. I don't know, just be nice. Don't say I want to gouge my eyes out.
Oh, I know something that could get you laid. Money.
Oh.
If you have a lot of money, that works every fucking time.
I've got a discount at a bookstore.
Not good enough.
Well, maybe.
You got to find a real mousy ass bitch.
Well, he loves mousy girls. Remember in all these movies, he loves the mousiest fucking frumpy ass bitches.
Frumpy?
They are.
Name one frumpy bitch.
In real life?
No.
Oh, it's like, because I can do that, but like, I don't think anyone wants that.
Start talking that shit.
That girl in Humongous.
Oh, Humongous, the little sister.
The little frumpy mousy girl.
Little sister.
Skipping tits.
I couldn't even pay attention because she was so like off-putting to me.
But like in a lot of these movies,
if you do want to get laid, the faster we get done with this podcast, you can get out there and start
but
crying.
It's also like it's okay. Also in movies, it's not fair because in Rocky, Adrian is like all nerdy and stuff until she takes off her glasses and her hat, and then she's hot. So it's like whatever.
I feel like I like to be pursued,
sister, isn't it?
You know, I like somebody.
Isn't that Francis Ford Coppola's sister?
And be like,
in Rocky?
That person is different.
I also didn't know that guy from Rushmore was a Coppola.
But
did you know he is? The guy that's in Rushmore.
Bill Murray?
No, not Bill Murray.
Jason Schwartzman?
Yeah, he's a Coppola.
In my experience, I like to be the one who is approached by the person.
Well, get over yourself.
And when you're that person, when you're the sub as a big man,
then that does not work.
You end up with crazy women who have ulterior
you do because
I'm familiar in that territory
because
as well.
I am actually a dominant person in real life, but in like sexual stuff,
bitch.
I will never make the first move ever. No. Never. Yeah. So I don't think. Smart. I think you should probably. I think you should probably make the move.
Yeah, rejection is. I reject myself every day.
Well, rejection is a part of life. So
my brain rejects itself. It's like, yeah, just don't even do it because I already reject myself.
I should tell myself that because I should give myself my own advice. But women are more like, it's okay for women to be the person who like gets hit on. So what I would say is just like get over it, and like eventually, if you hit on enough people, then they'll probably buy.
Yeah, you can play the odds game.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm trying to save up my
no, you didn't say that. You said that outside. You said that outside to us.
Little jizz chakra.
He said that outside to us, outside of the show. So he's saying like
I'm trying to stop.
All right, can you try to start doing the movie?
I feel like porn's free. There's something to that. Like nothing in this fucking life is free. You can't get an egg for free.
Well, you're paying for the phone.
You know, because you're being hobbled. Spiritually.
Oh my god.
You know, that's a matter of self-control thing.
I'm weird about masturbation too, though. I feel like if I masturbate, then I will be punished.
I'm trying to have more discipline.
I'll be punished, and like people won't have sex with me if I like masturbate.
If you masturbate, you'll burn in hell.
No, I do. Like I'm like for every time I masturbate, I'm not gonna get to have sex.
If you can't make love to yourself, who can you make love to?
Men have more desirable pheromones when they have been holding it in for a while.
I don't know what the fuck. This is a real hardcore.
Can we move on?
Yeah. I don't know where I'm in these notes. He's already been in the hotel room. Okay. So, the coach just told Jonathan, you need to go home now. So he gets there and there's like crime scene tape, and his dad's like, don't go in there. But he goes in there and he sees Allison and a tub full of blood. It doesn't look like blood and water. It just looks like this bitch has got a lot of blood in that little blonde body. So his dad grabs him, and they're at the funeral home. He's mourning. He's mourning in the football stands, and then Rhino shows up.
As you do.
They get in the car, and they have this plan where Jonathan's going to go to sleep.
That's why I got to cry.
I don't think you know that yet. So they get in the car. They stop at the corner of Madalena and Wagner.
Yeah, me too. Every time.
They hear a ruckus, and we see Jonathan go in the building, confront Horace Pinker. Yeah, we find out it's a dream. He's like, Rhino. So Rhino wakes Jonathan up, and they go to the dream spot. And the cops show up right then. Which never explains why.
What's the dream spot?
It's the corner of
Madalena
and Wagner. If y'all weren't having a side conversation while going through this shit, you would know it's the corner of Madalena and Wagner.
Tall fucking order, Mike, for a sidebar. After what we just went through.
Yeah. Oh, you're mad at us for our sidebar and you're fucking sitting here talking about God fucking knows.
Somebody get him the swimsuit issue and cheer him up.
Hey, ladies. Are you lonesome tonight?
Oh my God,
let's talk more about this dream spot.
Oh my God. Oh no. Ben's really obsessed with Elvis right now. It's really annoying.
There is no love song stronger.
He will not stop listening to Live Aloha Hawaii. I'm gonna kill myself. I mean, it's fine. It's good. But I'm over it. I've listened to it.
Not the UB40 cover, but the original Elvis.
Oh, I love the UB40 cover.
Holy shit. Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad.
I love the UB40 cover.
The way he sings that song, like Elvis sings that song.
When Elvis sang Red, Red Wine.
When Elvis
red wine,
so fine you keep me going. I love the time.
All right, wait, why?
Nice Elvis family. You're the worst Elvis impersonator I've ever heard.
I don't give a flying fuck.
But she's an amazing UB40 impersonator.
Yeah, that's my forte, really.
You think your accent would like help your Elvis?
Not really, because Memphis is much different than East Tennessee. But move on.
Another Elvis song I really it didn't hit me for a couple years. Like I was like 39 years old when I was like, Blue Christmas is the best Christmas song.
Okay.
But it's not.
I know. Oh, come
Wonderful,
on, faithful is the best.
Wonderful Christmas Time or Last
Fuck
Christmas.
You actually
I gave
like,
you my heart.
What about that Slave
You like
Christmas
Wonderful
song?
Christmas
I love
Time?
Wonderful Christmas Time.
That is my least favorite.
That's the best. You
so
suck.
I like Aretha Franklin, but listen to Aretha Franklin like on a Christmas carol. It's like just sing Silent Night. Just sing Silent Night. Fuck.
Just give me a little fruitcake.
I really like Carol of the Bells.
I also love that Mariah Carey song.
Man, you got some whack.
Those are the only ones I like. I don't like Christmas music. I think it's stupid and I hate it.
What about We Three Kings?
Of Orientar.
I like Little Drummer Boy, kinda.
Little Drummer Boy's good.
But it's not even close to Christmas. What is happening?
It's Christmas 30. Is it getting to be a little
Christmas 30?
Yeah. Falls in the
so
air.
far from fucking Christmas.
Falls in the air.
we gotta get through
Is that why it's
Columbus
so
Day
blazing
first.
hot out?
We're never gonna get fucking through this
Columbus.
episode.
Shock me.
Shock
Okay.
me.
Make me
Shock
feel
me.
better.
Shock me.
So the cops show up out of nowhere. Never explains how the cops need to go to the dream spot, which is the corner of Madalena and Wagner.
I'll keep that in mind next time I'm there.
So the
dream
cops
spot.
show up. They hear the cries.
You know, the dream spot.
Uh-huh.
The dad's like, "Hey, keep these boys here." Rhino clotheslines the shit out of the cop, and
Love Rhino.
they run in, and Horse Pinker's like, "Oh, you had to bring your daddy, huh?" Because Horse Pinker saw Dream Jonathan, and I don't know if waking Horse Pinker saw
Dream Jonathan.
Dream Jonathan.
Like Dream Place. What'd you call it?
The dream spot.
The Dream Spot.
Dream spot. So there's a rooftop chase. And, like, Horse Pinker goes across this ladder and then dumps the ladder. Fucking Jonathan just jumps the fucking from one building to another.
Oh, yeah, dog.
And then drop kicks it's a great drop kick. This kid should have went to wrestling. He went to directing. Jonathan became a director. But, he did, like...
But he didn't, so...
Yeah, he does this crazy drop kick. There's a fight with a body
move
slam.
on from it.
The cops come up and they save John. They arrest Horse Pinker. And this is the first time Horse Pinker's like, "Oh, you are a killer, huh? It must be in the blood."
Oh, foreshadowing.
And Jonathan still doesn't get it.
Cute.
But he's like, "Dad, I want to see him die. I want to see him die."
I want to see him die, Dad.
I want to watch it.
So then, no more Mr. Nice Guy starts playing. We see the electric
Megadeth
chair.
version.
It is the Megadeth version.
And
I kind of like that version, to be honest.
Don and John Parker show up.
I don't like the lead singer of Megadeth. He gets on my nerves.
He's problematic, but
He's a douchebag.
he's a great guitar player.
But he is, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's gonna kill them all, man.
Yeah, well,
It's
he wrote
That's
a bunch
Metallica,
of that.
but anyway.
He wrote a lot of Red Lightning too.
Yeah.
Which
Did
is
he really?
this is like Red Lightning the movie.
Oh.
So speaking of, this is a part of the movie. This is a long movie. I thought something
This
could
is
have been cut.
This is a fucking long episode.
I would. Yeah, being cunty about it's really going to change that.
Hey.
But
It's
this
not
is
gonna-
one
it's not
part
gonna
of the
hinder
movie
it.
where I wish they would have spent more time because Horace Pinker's doing some kind of weird TV seance. And there's this ectoplasm kind of TV.
Yeah.
He's like, "Give me the flower," and they're like,
he's making the deal.
dude.
Yeah, you've got it, bro.
The devil's like, "You got it, bro."
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he
With
does the
TV
he does the.
You want the lightning package?
He's Michelle from Full House, and he's like, "You got it, dude."
Straight
And then
TV
they're
magic.
like, "Why?"
That's who Satan really is Michelle from Full House.
Yeah, it's either Ashley or Mary Kate, whoever.
As a child ruling
as
over
a child,
the
go,
dark
"You got
dimension.
it, dude." Like
This,
as a gif of Michelle Tanner.
This part is real brutal. The guards see that he's
I hope
like
we've been recording.
the guard. Who cares?
Me? Like,
We're not gonna redo it.
okay,
Like,
it's
people
24.
are gonna
We're
love
24 minutes. No, I don't. I was just gonna make sure it had been recording. I'm saying.
Emily's dating advice.
Behind
corner.
the scenes, she's the boss, guys.
I don't know why he always fucking.
Sorry, boss. The guard.
I hate
This part's awesome. So the guard like sees Horace Pinker like dying, and they're like, "Oh shit, we're gonna be in some deep shit." And they argue about who's gonna do CPR. The guy that does gets his lip bit, and it stretches, and it's fucking cool. And the other guard gets his fingers bit off, and Horace Pinker looks up and he's like, finger licking good. And then they boot party his ass.
And he goes, nom, 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 nom,
and they take him in, and he yells at Jonathan. And he calls the priest a pederast and does an evil laugh. And his final words are telling Jonathan that he's like, I used to beat you good, boy. But apparently Jonathan's real mom, because he's a foster kid, it's been established.
Yeah.
His real mom
was married to Horace Pinker.
Shoot Horace Pinker for beating their son. But Horace Pinker killed the mom. Little Jonathan, who's repressed his memory, picks up the gun. He picked up the gun and
shot him in the knee.
Shoots.
That's why he has a limp.
Yes, that's right. That's why he has the limp. So, the
executioner.
The cop boss is just like pull the switch.
Boss.
The sergeant.
You're the pod boss. That's Captain. The cop boss. So the lights go out, and he's still alive. Oh, he's drooling everywhere, but he's still alive. The doctor lady who's like, I can't believe you're treating him like an animal. She goes in there, and she gets electrocuted by touching him. The lights go out again.
Did you talk about him being in before he went and got the thing?
What thing?
Before he got electrocuted, I was doing the thing with the TV.
Yeah. Okay. The seance with the deal with the devil.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right before the lip biting.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention.
That's why we were talking about ectoplasm and Michelle Tanner.
Oh.
Because
I just figured you would talk about that anyway.
Satan is
it's really not that far.
It.
Yeah. You really think it's that far-fetched that he'd be talking about that? I don't, so...
Maybe. We talk about some weird stuff anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying.
Why else would I talk about satanic TV magic?
No, I'm just saying it's not that far-fetched that you just be talking about it anyway, so...
TV, the cathode ray tube, I really think they were programming the people of the... Okay.
This is a pinnacle.
Now we've got every pixel is a cathode ray worth of mind control. Mm-hmm. So the doctor gets electrocuted. The lights go out. There's explosions. And when they come back on, they can't find Horace. And then it turns out the doctor's alive. She's Horace. The dad and Jonathan talk. And then,
Jonathan.
Then the horse speaker falls from behind a door and catches fire. His body evaporates. And Jonathan's like,
whoa, bro. That's what he does.
So they're taking the doctor out, and they're going to put her in the back of a police car. She's like, get your hands off me. I'm fine. I just need to lay down, even though she's just been electrocuted by a corpse.
By a corpse?
Electro corpse.
So they start driving. The doctor,
get off of me.
The doctor breaks a cop's neck, the driver's neck, and the other cop, Pastori, is fighting with her as the car wrecks into a tanker, a gas tanker, and explodes. And Jonathan tells the dad that it wasn't Pinker, that we got to get to that cop or something. He's like, that wasn't him. I didn't feel the same way. Whatever. And we find they end up finding Pastori alive, and they put him in an ambo. That's ambulance.
An ambulance. You've already said that in an episode. Thank you for letting us know again, though.
And then Jonathan's in his waterbed, and he wakes up to check his sink, and he ends up finding Allison's ghost.
I'd be in my waterbed.
Allison's ghost is in the bathtub, and she tells Jonathan to stop Pinker.
This is where it starts getting lame to me.
And she gives him the necklace as a talisman, and she's like, as long as you have this, he can't hurt you.
Which is stupid.
So he's changing bodies like Fallen. Like
That's
Jason
why
Goes
I
to
asked
Hell.
that at the beginning of the episode.
All the bodies have the limp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They all have the limp. That's how you know it's them.
Yeah, instead of the cooler thing that's also John Goodman's in Fallen. But they do the comments on my side
he can force Pinker out of a body. And then he's just like TV electricity in the air. So.
Yeah. He's the shocker.
You think that would make him die? If he's disembodied, you think if you get the fucking electric soul out of the body that's got possessed, then you think the electric soul would not have any matrix within which to perform its electric death magic.
The electricity would to perform. You got it, dude.
Here's some powers that make no sense.
Yeah, bro.
They should have hired Stan Lee to come up with some logic for this shit.
What did you say? It's something, bro.
Just got laid, bro.
Just got laid, bro.
Just lost my virginity.
I just lost my virginity, bro.
So he's got the necklace now, and then him and Allison fall into the waterbed. That was kind of Freddy. What movie was that where somebody?
That's in Friday the 13th.
But in pieces, there's the kill in the waterbed.
In Nightmare on Elm Street, they do. Yeah, she's in the waterbed. Or in Nightmare on Elm Street 1.
That's the kid, the boy.
But there's a girl in.
Oh, yeah. He's trying to fuck her.
Yeah, and in the first one, Johnny Depp falls in his waterbed and dies.
Okay, so
Wes Craven does a thing with the waterbeds.
He likes them. That's how he fucks.
You ever fuck on a waterbed?
It sucks.
On weed?
Yeah, it sucks.
On weed.
Fucking on a waterbed blows, man.
On weed.
So the Jonathan wakes up screaming.
The
Jonathan's packing up for a move.
Stupid.
And we get a knock from the police. Oh, it's the dad on the voicemail, and he's saying the Officer Pastori's missing. Maybe you were right, son. I should listen to you more. No, he didn't say that. But he starts shooting, and there's a chase in the park. Yeah, because he's encountered Pastori in the park, right? And Pastori is limping now.
In the park. That plays while it happens.
Pastori is the one that starts shooting at Jonathan. He grazes his arm, and then Pastori has a heart attack, it kind of seems like. And I'm like, is that really Pastori? No. He pulls a gun and starts shooting again, and he shoots a jogger. And then he takes the jogger's body, and then he gets in a little kid. Who runs into Jonathan on the bike. The mom's looking for the little kid. The little kid's also in Flowers in the Attic. Do you know that? And she's in Critters
that's a gross fucking movie.
She's in Critters too.
It's a gross movie. Is she one of the ones that fucks her brother?
No, she's the one that fucked a critter.
She's the one that's like 6.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, excuse me for living like I know.
6 years. I'm going to keep going.
Well... They're a brother and sister that fuck in that movie.
So the mom's looking for the kid. The kid's helping the jogger, so that's when the electric soul gets into her. And then the kid's limping to the bulldozer. And John finds the jogger, sees the bike, and he's like, oh shit, it's that little kid. And he gets almost killed by the bulldozer. He grabs the kid, and then the mom attacks him. And Jonathan uses his necklace, but then he gets kicked in the balls. And the HP soul is out of the kid and into the mom. And then it's into a construction worker who has a pickaxe. And he uses that pickaxe to throw Allison's necklace talisman into this lake. So then Jonathan is telling Rhino and the coach about it at the gym. And Pac-Man. Don't forget Pac-Man. The coach and Pac-Man go to get a diving mask so they can go find the necklace that Horace Pinker, construction worker, electronic soul threw into the lake. Yeah, when you're watching the movie, like this was my first time watch. And I did do a second time watch.
I never watched it either.
I did do a second watch because there was like a little.
I thought I had seen enough.
I didn't realize how ridiculous it is until I'm reading through this action. So it turns out that Horace Pinker's
I was thinking he was going to say Horace Wimp, that song by ELO.
Oh, I'm sorry. Horace Pinker, construction worker, was listening to this plan. So we see Jonathan and Rhino at the lake, and the coach is late. He's not there yet. And he shakes Rhino, and he tells him to go home. Or he goes home. Like, fuck, I got to go get some mask.
I got to go home. He says, I got to go home.
The coach was supposed to bring his diving mask from his house to the lake. He doesn't show up, so he loses Rhino, goes back to his house. Okay? So the door's open, the bath's running, and he goes in there, and it says, "Stop him, Jonathan, please," in blood on the mirror. I guess it was Alice's ghost.
It's probably his stupid girlfriend. You're talking like it.
Ghost.
But now the coach, the cool coach.
It was the Ghostbusters.
The coach is now in the coach.
The coach is now in
the Horace Pinker electronic soul is now in the coach.
Electronic soul.
And they fight, and we see, oh no, Pac-Man is dead in the closet. And then Ghost Allison.
Not Pac-Man, anyone but.
Yeah, Pac-Man was cool. But then Ghost Allison is like, Coach, you can do this. You're strong. And Coach ends up stabbing himself. So then
Coach, you can do this.
Horace Pinker's electronic soul comes out of the dying coach and shocks Jonathan. And
would you say he's a shock jock?
Allison beams him out of the room somehow with her light magic.
No.
And there's a knock, and it's Horace Pinker sticking his fingers in the outlet to get away.
Kinky.
Because sometimes he's just like fully bodied electronic soul, but sometimes he's like a soul in the circuits.
Yeah, I mean, no, you're right. That's one of the big plot holes, I think. But
yeah, he's a very powerful.
No, it's just a plot hole. But anyway.
So anyway, Allison tells Jonathan a secret. We don't know what that is.
You're not supposed to.
And he says,
She like
"Do you
whispers
want
in
to
his
know
ear
a
because she knows
secret?"
there's a camera. The dad busts in, and just as Horace Pinker's going into the outlet, and the dad's like, "Jonathan, let's talk." And then,
He's like, that's freaky. Let's talk.
And he's like, "Also, I have a secret for you too."
Yeah.
and then he does that.
there's an all points bulletin
You
put
know,
on
maybe it's
Jonathan
secret time.
because the dad finds the
Shocker,
coach and Pac-Man. He finds the coach and Pac-Man and thinks that Jonathan has killed them. But the dad has him arrested. Dad gets shocked then, and then the dad has the limp. Oh shit!
Oh no! It's because he got shocked or because he's shocked.
Don, foster father of John, is now Horace Pinker's electric
That's
soul.
the best of both worlds.
And he gives a
Foster
evil
daddy and
smile
real
at
daddy.
Jonathan.
Foster Pinker's electric soul.
Yeah.
So Jonathan's in the cop car. Rhino comes and busts him out of that motherfucker.
Of course he does, because I mean,
He tackles the shit out of the dad, which you think maybe would put the soul into Rhino, but
No,
he's got
not if Horace Pinker has anything to say about it.
Yeah. So then there's a heavy metal chase to the TV studio.
Heavy metal chase.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
I know.
It's not the dudes of wrath.
I know
It's,
what you mean. It's fine. Move on.
The dudes of wrath.
Pinker's a really bad shot. Yeah, they're climbing the
dead.
tower, and the dad's trying
And
to.
that's not his forte. His forte is strangling and stabbing.
It's the dad.
And
It's
shit.
the dad Pinker.
I know. I'm just saying.
Pinker
like,
is the dad, but it's the foster dad Pinker.
I know what you. I know.
You think he'd retain some of his cop shooting?
No, you
skills,
wouldn't. Not if it's
marksmanship.
completely taken over his body.
Okay.
That's not how possession works, Mike.
I don't know how any of this shit
I don't
works because
either.
Wes Craven's just making it up as he goes.
I think that's exactly what he did. But anyway, go on.
So they're climbing this TV tower, and the dad starts fighting the Pinker soul, but he loses and has a heart attack. Oh, and then the dad's hanging from the dish, but Horace Pinker gets zapped into the TV rays. Oh no, and he's a nationwide asshole. Did I make that up, or was that in the movie? I don't know.
Nationwide asshole.
I don't know.
He tells Jonathan, "I'm nationwide asshole."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He is a nationwide
So,
asshole, though. Also,
Jonathan's dad had a heart attack, but he's not dead. So Jonathan pulls the dad to safety. Sorry.
Horace just
I've
went
got a
into
cold.
Mike.
Yeah, he got the HP electronic soul.
Choking down that last load.
Oh God, fighting his way back
I'm
up.
trying to take a sip.
Are you drinking vodka on the air? So there's news now, news, that Jonathan is in jail, but the killer strikes again.
News.
So-
Again news. He called it again news.
Well, there's fucking-
News happens every day, Mike, so it's not really shocking that they
Yeah, but
have
this is like
news
this-
again. They have it every single day at 3 different times during
Most
the
of the
day.
movies we watch do not have this much news broadcast in them.
Well, in life, news comes on 3 times a day.
Oh,
In
24
life,
hours.
I don't pay any attention to that
Or you
shit.
can watch CNN and watch it all the time.
If it ain't on Facebook, I don't hear about it.
Ew,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
so on Facebook, you're so old.
I'm 41.
I know.
gotta-
If
gotta
you
get
ask
on
us again how
TikTok,
old we
Mike.
are.
How old are you again?
Oh my God.
36?
No, I'm 38. He's 37.
Okay. It must have been last year.
Christ, it's almost every episode he asks us how old we
old
are.
we-
How old
He
are
always
you
thinks
guys?
he always
Who are
thinks
you guys?
he always
Where am
thinks
I?
you're older than me too, and I tell him every single time, and no one
Let's
gives
get
a
you
fuck.
to bed, Mike.
And I think in the last one I said,
you know I'm older than
I said, who cares? No one gives a fuck. It was on Celebrity Massacre, and then you said something else, and you skipped a bunch of
My
stuff. And I was like,
birthday's next
it's
month.
fine. No one cares. Well, I know. We're doing a Patreon for you.
Yay!
Oh my God,
Will
you're
there
gonna be
cake and ice
42.
cream?
Cool, and then I'll be.
I'll get you some ice cream.
No, I'm excited about 42. It's the meaning of life, the universe, and everything.
Why?
So, like,
Why is that?
Douglas Adams.
It's also the highest number. That's it. 42.
It's a number higher than
Yeah,
42.
that's it, man.
What
And
about
I'll be
42
39 and he'll be
times 42?
38. Crazy.
Next year.
That's how age works.
Oh, I'm gonna skip that year.
Oh, you are? You're going to go straight to 39?
Nick's taking a year
Cool.
off.
I'm glad that you're going to like just become the same age as me.
Yeah. Well, then I'm gonna double up again
Oh,
next
my-
year.
So then you'll be
Then I'm
older.
gonna go back
wanna
to
trade
38. What?
We could trade ages.
I'm not trading anything
We're not
with you.
trading bodies, okay? We're not
We're not
Freaky
bodies.
Friday.
Get over here, HP. Get in me.
Hey, Nick, why don't you put your ectoplasmic electronic soul in me?
He
All
means
right.
his to come.
Well, let's finish this podcast.
Okay. So we're getting there, okay? So,
It's questionable.
yeah, on the
He likes
news,
to be pursued.
on the news, while Jonathan is in jail, we hear that the family slasher has struck again, which is a good name for a killer.
Yeah.
So Jonathan
I mean,
gets
if that's
released.
what he does, if it's true,
That's his thing.
that's what
Jonathan
he
gets
does.
released.
He's a family
so what does he do?
annihilator.
To be at
He
least a
goes to
family
his
of
football
4.
team.
Kind of like the stepfather, except for Horace Pinker. What?
So Jonathan goes to his football team to ask for help knocking out the power in the city or some shit.
Yeah, he wants
At
to.
midnight.
He does. He wants like Rhino and them to go knock out the power
football
in the
team
city.
is breaking into the power station, and on the news. No, there's a news team at Jonathan's, and they're going to go live. Like he's called an investigative reporter from one of the news stations to come to his house, and they're going to go live at 5 to midnight. Okay, so the team's picking a lock.
It's weird because they usually have it at 11 o'clock. So.
Well, back then they did it at midnight.
No, they didn't.
It's a big city.
No one ever did it at midnight. That's too late.
Where is this supposed to be?
I don't know.
You don't ever do it at midnight.
Okay,
No,
so
you don't do anything at midnight. It's a witching hour.
now we cut to Jonathan diving for the necklace in
Oh,
the
no,
lake.
you've never been laid since 2019.
And he's about to give up. He's really run out of breath diving for necklaces in lakes.
It was filmed in California.
Like, trying to find a necklace in the daytime in a lake
Yeah.
sucks.
Hilmer
He's
Lodge
diving
Stadium,
for a
Mount
necklace
San
at
Antonio
night.
College. The stadium is at Mount San Antonio College in Walnut, California.
Oh, who'd have
So-
thought California?
Me.
Big.
It's a
if
fucking
I had to put
Hollywood
money on
movie.
like where any movie basically is.
Well, if it's like of any, yeah. Anyway,
quality.
well, not even quality. I mean, it's like, but it's
You're
Wes
such an
Craven,
elitist,
so
Hollywood elitist.
yeah,
I bet you
yeah.
drink the blood of
Because I think
children.
only good Hollywood movies are made
Are
in
you the
Hollywood.
Illuminati in
When
me?
I know they're made in other places, you fucking idiot. Like Atlanta, North Carolina, come on and raise up, New York,
Petey Papa?
Baltimore.
What
Petey-
did you just call me?
I don't know what I called you. What did I call you?
A fucking idiot is what you call me.
Sorry. That's not the first time I've called you that.
It's the first time I've noticed.
I've called you
I don't normally pay attention to what you
I've
say.
called you a dummy and an idiot on almost every episode.
That's the first time he's noticed.
Dude, we're playing trivia soon.
I don't
Some kind of
actually think
horror
you're.
movie trivia.
If I
will
really thought you
roast
were an idiot, I wouldn't call you that to your face all the time.
I wonder if the Patreons would like it as a Patreon special. We could do some like horror movie trivia game.
Oh, you could play against us or something, and you would
But
fucking.
it wouldn't be teams.
I
it'd
got
be-
one for you.
How
Mike.
would we be teams? There are three of us.
Who
We
was
could
the
be
actor-
he
who
wants
was the
Brad
actor
because
that
he
played
wants
Lon
Brad.
Chaney's
It
dad
said
in the
it would
Wolfman?
not be teams. It's the three of us. First to 10 correct answers wins. On the air.
Okay, who gets to make up the questions?
I've got a.
He's got a
it's
card
like-
game.
Yeah, I've got a card game that has.
You know the answers. Then you've already read them. You're like
Okay,
Suzanne
no.
and Dan's not
There
even
are
except for I am. She
there are
already
4
did
packs
that.
of cards. One is open. It'll be a sealed pack.
Fine. We can. Fine. I don't fucking care. Just like I don't really think you're an idiot.
Patreon
Honestly, I would just call
Sign
you
up
that
now.
behind your back if I actually thought you were an idiot. So I wouldn't say it to your face. No offense, but I just wouldn't. So the fact that I said it to your face, I don't think you're an idiot. Move on.
It's just a bit, Emily. I thought we were being
He's
funny.
got college degrees.
He's got two fucking bachelors.
Two useless degrees. Italian and anthropology.
Well, my bachelor's is fucking
Hey,
useless.
do you guys
too,
want to
so-
switch this to an archaeology podcast?
No.
Gag me with a spade.
But I'm
Gag me
gonna,
with
Go
a
with the
trowel.
fossil.
I'm gonna
Gag
be
me with a
spelunking
fossil.
into your ass after this, so hurry up.
Okay, so Jonathan's diving for this stupid necklace at stupid night like a stupid man. You fucking stupid idiot. I'm calling Jonathan an idiot because I can't call you an idiot because you fire me.
You can. Oh my god!
but he
like
gets-
I would even care to fire you. Like,
He gets scared by
oh
Allison's
my god!
ghost.
Don't you dare call me an idiot.
He gets scared by Allison's ghost.
The only
but he's
reason
just
he does that word
dreaming.
pisses me off. Is
So I guess he's dream diving now.
Dream
and
diving.
the TV turns on and it moves and Horace Pinker's on the screen.
Yeah.
And he's making out with a ghost alley. Jonathan is. And the team's at the station and Horace Pinker exits the TV into Horace Pinker's room. Maybe it's Jonathan's room.
it's
I can't
Jonathan's
remember.
room.
Ghost Alley tries to wake up Dream Jonathan. Jonathan wakes up. Is he wet from his dream diving? I don't know.
Moist.
Cash for Christ on TV with Timothy Leary. And one of the news people was John Tesh earlier.
Oh.
No, I love John Tesh.
That makes one of us.
A
I like
great
Timothy
musician.
Leary.
I like his information he gives instead of Delilah on 97. I
So
don't ever
Wes
listen to
Craven
radio,
has a
but-
cameo in this. Mary Fuck Kill, Wes Craven,
John
Timothy
Tesh.
Leary, John Tesh, and a friend's Heather Langenkamp was also a victim.
Langenkamp friend zone, but
Fuck, I'm gonna marry.
Mary Wes
No,
Craven.
marry Tim Leary. Fuck.
I'm gonna marry John Tesh.
Mary Wes Craven
I'm killing Tesh.
kill. Also,
man.
I'll fuck Leary. killed Tesh. I don't like him that much. I just prefer him to Delilah on 97.5, but I never even listened to it. So
B97.5 reminds me of going to the dentist as a kid and getting the gas.
It reminds me of you should finish this. Can we finish this episode?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, boss. Castor Christ on the TV. Jonathan has the necklace.
Like I'm an SS officer.
There's a chair attack. There's eyeball buttons.
It's just somebody beating up a chair.
Did you say eyeball buttons?
Eyeball buttons. There's a Horace Pinker chair. It shocks him. It shoots electricity balls. It pops out. He's
reading straight from his notes now. This is what he sounds. This is what he actually sounds like. This is when he does this, and then
I rewatched most of it. I was like, I remember the end. So Horace pops out of an outlet. There's a Volkswagen. He is saved by the necklace.
Saved by the necklace.
They both jump in the TV. This movie gets really out there. It's fucking wackadoo.
Yeah, it is.
Wackadoo bullshit. They both jump into the TV, and then they wrestle through Leave It to Beaver. There's a music video. There's some boxing, and they're fighting this whole time. Awesome. There's the news. There's a war. There's Frankenstein with Boris Karloff. Boris Karloff, if you go Google the cast, Boris Karloff is the monster.
Well, he's in the movie, so.
They are fighting through an A-bomb. They're in a family. They come out of the TV into a fat lady's home with her horrible children. And I'm fat too, so I can get away with that. And then they jump into Tim Leary's church. Jonathan is changing channels to the news at his house. And he's about to get stabbed, but Jonathan pushes pause on him because he's got the controller. And he's beating him up with the remote. He's like hitting fast forward into the wall. Like hitting stop on the ceiling fan. I don't fucking know. It's dumb. It gets dumb. I like this movie when it gets dumb. It is fun. Like, if I saw this one in 1988, I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's cool shit. Yeah. But I would have been 7.
I don't think I would have. But
you would have been, like...
4.
4.
So I saw Night of the Living Dead when I was 3.
I saw Night of the Living Dead.
When I was 3, I did. I saw Nightmare on Elm Street when I was 2, accidentally.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember. No, I remember.
Liar. Nobody was.
No, I do, but I remember it wrong.
Like I remember being born.
I remember it wrong.
When my sister was born when I was 2.
There are parts that I remember, but I remember it wrong.
I remember sneakily drinking beers from my parents' guests at a house party.
I will say this: that the thing I do remember about being 2.5 and seeing Nightmare on Elm Street is that for a long time, all I remembered was it's the scene where Tina gets killed. But in my mind, it was just like hips, these like floating hips.
Did you have any nightmares about it?
No, but I remember. I thought I remembered seeing a movie where there were floating hips, but it was just that scene in the movie. That's all I remembered of it.
One of the earliest memories / nightmares I ever had was because I saw the music video for Genesis Land of Confusion.
Oh, that song is fucking scary.
Those puppets, man, the Michael Jackson, the Ronald Reagan, that shit would chase me through dreams.
I used to think that in the video for With or Without You by U2, I thought Bono was naked, and I always, like, for years, I was like, it's so weird that Bono was naked in that video. He has
wearing like a vest?
He's wearing a vest and jeans. Like, he's fully clothed. I don't know what was my problem.
Okay, so we're almost done, right?
I hope so.
So he's beating him up with a remote. He pauses him on the bed. He takes off his pants and fucks his own father. No, I'm just kidding. He throws a knife out of the window, and his plan is off kilter somehow. Rhino blows the power then, and Horace Pinker, who I guess is unpaused, is beating up Jonathan. He headbutts the TV, and Jonathan uses the necklace to punch Horace Pinker. Jonathan jumps back through the camera, back into his room.
Isn't there some kind of like Nazi shit right here, like Hindenburg, fake Hindenburg?
Yeah, that's during all the chasing. It's like Pee Wee's Big Adventure. They counted
it in the kill count. They counted it in the kill count, but I'm not gonna put it in there.
All the Hindenburg deaths.
The 36 unnamed people and the 2 unnamed U.S. soldiers blown up by Nazi bombers.
Okay, and what about all the people from like Bikini Atoll, those atomic blasts, like that ended up getting cancer and dying from the atomic bombs.
Later on.
Okay, so
like future deaths.
Horace Pinker is trapped in the TV. He's cursing. Jonathan turns it off with the remote. Then he goes outside and looks at the stars. Starts walking through his neighborhood. Fiend.
Doesn't he like say something like that? Him and his, I don't know. The end was kind of like, that's it. Like,
yeah. It's
my hand was so tired from writing all this dumbish.
And Dan doing something else, I'm sure.
You try writing Horace Pinker construction worker.
Why did you write HP like you do?
I wrote HPCW.
Why did you have to add construction worker to it?
Because Horace, it wasn't little girl, it's Horace Pinker. It was construction worker.
You were talking. Okay.
You're talking about Horace Pinker, but he's not fucking Horace Pinker.
Okay, I didn't do the times on these deaths because there are so many of them that there is no reason to. I also didn't really count them because some of them would be like three, like a bunch at once.
I'm saying dumb, but it's good. I enjoyed it.
Dude, if I had that power, I wouldn't even be killing people anymore because he killed over 30 people before they got him.
He even died, yeah.
So if I had his power, I'd just find some really, really rich fucking hot ass chick, get into her body, go get a dildo and figure out what that female orgasm is like.
Can you eat it?
Eat what? The dildo?
No, I think he's going on with female juices.
Well, you got to make it squirt.
Okay, kill count.
That's pee.
No, it's not.
Then
Stop.
why does it taste like pee?
I don't know because I don't squirt. So, okay. The kill count: 3 unnamed Thompson family members who were murdered by Horace.
Who, the Thompson twins?
Then no, because there were 3. Bobby Parker, who's murdered by Horace. Diane Parker, murdered by Horace. Sally Parker, murdered by Horace. Sarge, whose throat is slit by Horace. Officer Judith, who's stabbed by Horace. Officer Rich is throat slit by Horace. Rookie. He's just killed by Horace. His body's seen. Then we have 5 unnamed family members who were murdered by Horace. Then Allison Clemens, who's mutilated in her bathtub by Horace. Then the executioner is electrocuted to death along with Horace.
Yeah.
Then Horace is burned to death shortly after being electrocuted in the electric chair. Then we have Officer, quote, Evil Mouth. His head turned backwards by the doctor. Unnamed female doctor killed in an explosion when the police car crashed into the oil truck. Officer Pastori, his life is sucked out by Horace. Wes, life sucked out by Horace. Roy Pac-Man Stewart is mutilated by Coach Cooper as Horace. Coach Sidney Cooper, what's his real name, stabbed himself in the heart under Horace's control. 5 unnamed family members murdered by Horace, and then Horace Pinker disintegrated when the power was shut off. All right.
That's it?
Yeah.
What about the Hindenburg?
I didn't count them. I said I wouldn't count them. Okay, so the budget was $5 million, which today would be $12.3 million. It grossed $6.9 million, which today would be $41.9 million. It made $4 million in its opening weekend, which is good, but if you compare it to Nightmare on Elm Street, which is made the most off of the most money, profited the most of all those franchises, it was to Wes Craven probably a failure. According to Wes Craven, the film was severely cut for an R rating. It took around 13 submissions to the MPAA to receive an R instead of an X rating. Some of the scenes that were cut include Pinker spitting out fingers that he bit off from the prison guard, longer and more graphic electrocution of Pinker, and a longer scene of possessed Coach stabbing his own hand. This was originally envisioned as a series in the vein of Nightmare on Elm Street.
That would make more
sense.
But
after the lukewarm box office reception, the idea was dropped.
Oh, wait, I think it was a TV series.
No, that's something else. When shooting the scene where Jonathan wades into the lake, Peter Berg, who played Jonathan, suffered from hypothermia due to the extreme cold temperatures, so he almost died.
He did look like he was suffering.
Yeah. Wes Craven allegedly conceived the story as well as the character of Horace Pinker as a response to the diminishing quality of the sequels to A Nightmare on Elm Street. Craven had a hand in writing and producing Dream Warriors Part 3, which he saw as his way of finishing that series. The body of the male road worker with long black hair that Horace takes over is former guitarist for Alice Cooper, Kane Roberts.
Okay.
It was filmed in 10 weeks and on a low budget. $4 million doesn't really seem low to me, but okay. Wes Craven said that this was achieved by having a small crew and little-known actors. Alive Films took the rights to the film when fellow horror director and friend John Carpenter bowed out of his 4-film deal with the production company after making They Live, offering the remaining slots in his contract to Wes Craven. As a result, Craven's next 2 projects, Shocker and The People Under the Stairs, were financed by Alive.
Okay.
According to an article in Fangoria magazine, Wes Craven first pitched the concept as a television series to Fox. Craven later crossed over to TV with the short-lived NBC series Nightmare Cafe, which I've never seen or heard of.
Wait, Nightmare Cafe?
Yeah, 1992.
No, Freddy's Nightmares is the shit.
Yeah, but this is 1990. This is 1992. The counter person at the football game is Jessica Craven, the daughter of director Wes Craven. And the body of the jogger in the park that Horace takes over is Jonathan Craven, who is the son of Wes Craven. Yes. Huh. So, and that's all the trivia.
He's a family man.
Once again, just, holla at Richard Brooks one more time, who played Rhino, and I love him, and he's
hell yeah.
He's the ADA, the assistant district attorney under Ben Stone in the first few seasons of Law and Order, and I love him.
He's also in The Crow 2, The Substitute, and Teen Wolf.
Oh, and he was in something else. Oh, well, he's been also in
he's in a ton of stuff.
Well, he's been in a lot of he's come back around in a bunch of Law and Order episodes, Law and Order Criminal Intent, Law and Order SVU, as the same lawyer from before.
Jonathan is a director with he did some Mark Wahlberg war movies in the teens. But he was in Fire in the Sky, that alien abduction movie, and Heavyweights about the fat kids playing.
I love Heavyweights.
Playing football. Horace Pinker, Mitch Pileggi, he's Scully and Mulder's boss in X-Files, Skinner. He's in 3 O'Clock High, which rules. Return of the Living Dead 2, Mongrel, Vampire in Brooklyn, and It's Pat.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
That's the one with Dave Foley as Chris.
That movie's
Allison
terrible.
is in Law and Order Man 2.
in that movie.
The Warden's in Sleepwalkers and
Ween.
Ghost Chase.
Oh, the band? The band Ween?
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize that.
It's Pat.
The dad's in Count Yorga Vampire and Strange Behavior. Pastori is, I think, the dot cop in Friday 6. Gun goes boom. You know what I'm talking about? The guy with the laser pointer.
Oh yeah.
That's the dad. The dad's assistant.
Friday the 13th.
That's Pastori.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty damn sure.
Well, why didn't you look? You can just look on IMDb.
Well, why don't you look at one?
I don't feel like it because I feel like getting done with this because I have Chili's being delivered to me.
You hope, man. Okay, so Pac-Man is Ted Raimi.
Who are you talking about?
Pastori. Officer Pastori is in Friday the 13th Part 6.
Okay, I'll look right now. Keep on talking.
Pac-Man is Ted Raimi. He's in Maniac Cop 3, Wishmaster, Blood Rage, and every single Sam Raimi movie pretty much. The little girl,
yes, you're right, that is him.
Is in Critters 2 and
It's
Flowers
Friday
in the
13th
Attic.
Part 6, yes. He's Deputy Rick, whatever.
Yeah, the one with the sight.
Yeah, the one with the little laser.
And last but not least, because I love the coach, he's an over-the-top Karate Kid, which I don't know who he played.
But why didn't you look it up? I don't understand why you don't just look it up.
Because I didn't want to be late.
So, Coach, what's his name? Coach Cooper or something like that?
Cooper, yeah, Sidney Cooper. Coach Sidney Cooper. This movie's a weird one, man. I liked it and think it's dumb at the same time.
Oh, it's stupid as fuck. But, yeah.
I can't find him in the cast right now. Well, I can't do it right now.
I can't even. I gotta have my delivery.
I thought that it started out strong, but until he gets
electrocuted, right? It's really good until
it was good up until then. And that whole death scene, the whole when they're killing all the cops when he goes and kills, that was brutal as fuck.
Oh yeah.
And I thought it was really good.
People.
I thought the effects were really good, but I read somewhere that I didn't put in my notes, but I think I read somewhere that the effects they were trying, that Wes Craven said that they ended up some people quit or something like that. They ended up trying to do too much that they couldn't do, and so the whole movie kind of suffered because they were trying to do some stuff that they couldn't do, and
I wanted more than satanic rituals, including
I don't know
TVs.
what I don't know. I just don't understand why Wes Craven started making a movie that was a rip off of his own movie.
Because he was tired of Freddy, right?
But it's just doing the same fucking
thing. He's like, Freddy better than them other motherfuckers.
This movie might have been better if it didn't have the supernatural element in it.
I agree with that.
If he would have just gone a completely different route instead of putting superpowers in it.
Without the dreams. Just take the dreams out.
Maybe that too, yeah.
But no, I like that he has...
Dreams is what makes him Freddy.
I understand the connection between...
It wouldn't be a Freddy ripoff.
I understand the connection between his son and him, and that's fine, but it had to be in dreams. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm you already did Nightmare on Elm Street. Why are you ripping off your own ideas and doing it worse?
Because other people were getting paid to do it instead of him.
No, he could have just done... No, he wasn't pissed. I don't think he was pissed. I think he just wanted to do it again, and it wasn't as good.
Maybe he'd been having some weird dreams.
Wes Craven was notoriously pissed off his entire life.
All the time. Especially before Scream, when that kid went up to him and said, Pappy Craven, you're getting soft.
My favorite movies by him are the most
We've already done this on Patreon. I wouldn't go into that because that's a special Patreon bonus exclusive.
Sorry.
So that you can find that out.
I didn't say my number one.
Okay, well, don't. Okay. Mike's favorites are on a special bonus exclusive, so don't give it away.
Get in trouble. I'm bad.
So what do you give it?
I give it a 3.
Mike?
3.25.
I'm gonna give it a 2.
Dang.
I mean, I really stopped watching in the middle. I only give it 2.
I was at a 3.5 before I came in here and talked it out.
I only gave it a 2 because of Richard Brooks. Because the lead character's face, it just wasn't. It was a ripoff by the same director, and it was shitty.
A much worse movie.
Okay, sure, but. Okay, I hated the lead actor's face. It bothered me. I don't know what. There was something weird with it. He looked like Scott Wolf, but like if Scott Wolf got in a car wreck and fucked up his face.
Canadian Scott Wolf.
And then, but I love Richard Brooks, so I give it like a star for that. But otherwise, I give it probably just a star. I didn't like it. And honestly, I kind of stopped. To be real, I didn't watch that second half of the movie. So I mean, like, whatever. Like, I got really bored with it.
That's when it gets off the rails.
I got really bored with it. And I know, I mean, like, I saw it. Like, I saw it from... I wouldn't say I was watching it, though.
You were playing games on your phone.
Yeah.
Delivery. You weren't writing down every single fucking detail of this.
You don't have to do that either. You could just bullet point it.
It's my gimmick, man. It's what I do. I can't.
I asked you to bullet point it.
You know what's funny is like the very first episode I was on, Don't Go to the Woods. I left out one small detail. And you're like, you forgot this. It's like I ain't never forgetting none other motherfucking thing.
That's not true. I don't
go
know
back, listen to episode 56.
I'm not going to, but
not you.
So stay gagged on.
All the gag squad out there.
Stay gagged on my pinker.
Stay gagged on your dad being...
Stay gagged on 2 in the pink and 1 in your stink.
Stay gagged on...
Horace Pinker being inside of you.
Electronic soul going inside of little
HP
girls.
Electronic Soul 5000.
Stay gagged on...
Yeah.
Ectoplasm coming out of a TV being like, you got it, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, stay gagged on Michelle Tanner being... Satan?
Yeah, she's
basically.
the devil.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the devil.
And stay gagged on all of our social media, Instagram, TikTok. They kind of are. Gagging with a Nice podcast.
No, it's trying to tell us. It's trying to warn us like the Terminator. The technology is the devil.
It's trying to tell us that Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen are touched by Satan.
No,
which I kind of like wouldn't be surprised. They both look like little goblins now, so.
They live off the blood of virgins.
At least Mary Kate does. Ashley kind of looks...
Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen live off the blood of virgins.
Mary Kate looks like a goblin that wears like... she just wears blankets for clothes, like Lenny Kravitz. But Ashley Olsen doesn't. Yeah, we're about to hit spooky season, Night of the Demons too. So it's gonna be the first one. But
did you two do one, or was that back on the Alex?
No, it was when Alex did it. Yeah, Alex and I did the first one. But so stay gagged on all of our social. Hey, and Katie, stay gagged on all of our social media: Instagram, TikTok, Gag With a Knife Podcast, Twitter, Gag Knife Pod. Become a Patreon for member shoutouts, early access to episodes, fan requested episodes, and bonus exclusives of episodes. Did I say that? Member shoutouts, fan requested episodes.
Shout out.
Exclusive episodes, fan requested episodes, and early access to episodes at www.patreon.com/gagmewithaknifepodcast and buy our merch at gagmewithaknifepodcast.com. We'll see you in October.
Thank you, Dennis.
Bye.
Get ready to get scared.
Denny.
Spooky
and thank you, Dennis. Sorry I didn't like it, but like, I mean, they liked it, so it's fine.
It was a blind spot in my Craven. We rated it, yeah.
It wasn't. I don't think
it ain't no curse, bro.
No, shut up. Okay, bye.